Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So how is everyone today? Welcome back to another Dawn and Julia Creates. So today is Julia's turn and it's very interesting. We can do whatever we want, but we've got to use this colour palette. So lilac, ultraviolets, dark blues, meadowlark, which I'm just assuming is like your leaf greens, anything with like a, well, no, I can't use that one. I'm just looking at the colours. I only actually have two colours that are on this list, and then a lime. So I have pulled some bits out of my stash of what I'm going to use. So I'm using a mixture between acrylic paint and gouache paints, just because that's what I have. We're allowed to do anything. I think I said that. So yeah, so my plan is to create this. I want to make it into a sign. So I made these resin pieces this morning. So I buy some really quick setting resin. So this is it. It's just about out actually. Polycraft casting resin. It literally takes about 10 minutes to set. You've got to work super quick with it though. But yeah, perfect for when you want to do stuff like this. And what I thought I would do was have this say my craft room. So, and then we colour it. So that is what I'm gonna do. Oh, wrong way, Mr. R. I'm just hoping that it all fits on, so I need to do it so it fits on, which I think it's gonna have to go like that, then like that, and then the craft room bit just there, like that. So that's what's going to look like, but we are going to yeah, decorate that up. How cute is that? So I am just going to use some gel medium. I'm hoping I've got enough. I really do need to order some more. I've been saying it every time I get it out, I say I must order some more. So I think today is the day that I actually do order more, because I cannot live without the gel medium, especially with mixed media. But I haven't done mixed media in such a long time that yeah, I'm gonna enjoy today. Really enjoy it. So just using my gel medium to stick these down, and then we need to leave these. Actually, I want that to be the front because it looks neater. Okay, so, and then I'll give these a good couple of hours to dry, and then once these are dry, we need to coat it with a gesso to prime it, and then I thought I'd decorate it as I usually would with some flowers, maybe some gems, you know, just a few like little bits like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Julia does. This is sort of Julia's area of colours. Well, not so much the lilacs, but definitely the lime green. She loves her lime green. I do know that. So I'm interested to see what she's going to do. Whether it be, oh, please have enough. Yes, because there's like a big delve in there. So I need to sort of fill it in. There we go. Okay, but yeah, I am very interested to see what she was thinking, and where she was going with this. She's super talented, our Julia. So yeah, if you haven't seen any of our Julia's videos, do check the description box below. There is a link to her channel there, just so go and check her out. She is amazing. And what's weird is, you know, we didn't meet at all, you know, like regular people. We met through YouTube of all places actually, and yeah, we have become such good friends now. It's crazy. And I actually finally got to meet her this year. We had such a blast, and we had lovely green cocktails, didn't we, Julia? Which I know Julia just loved. So yeah, absolutely fabulous, a fabulous weekend when I went to see her. So it's something that we definitely have to do again. So yeah, and it's really strange because we both sort of have our businesses within the craft community, and over the last like couple of years, we think so alike. Yeah, we don't discuss business with each other at all. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but it just never, yeah, we sort of do our own thing, but then it turns out that our own thing is each other's thing as well, so which is super fun. So have to say I'm looking forward to the next challenge as well. That's going to be so much fun. So do subscribe to both of us if you want to see the next challenge. When I say it's going to be fun, I mean it's going to be fun. I don't know who's going to be more stressed, but it's going to be fun. So yeah, when I give the next challenge to Julie, she was like, but that was the challenge that I had saved for when you're on the naughty step. I was like, got in there first. So we keep saying we're going to put each other on the naughty step, but we never do. But then again, we don't really. I'm just getting rid of all the big bits of the gel medium because I don't want that to sort of show. So there's a couple of ways. You can either brush it away like I'm doing and just blend it into your background, or you can actually just physically take it off. But yeah, that I'm just quite happy just to brush it away. So which is what I'm doing. If anything, it just gives more seals in, like primes your piece. So right, I think we're done. So I'm going to leave this a good few hours to dry. However, it is warm today, so it may be that, there we go, that's how we're looking. So it may be that it'll only take about an hour or so to dry. So as soon as this is dry, I will be back. We'll coat it with some gesso, and then yeah, we'll go from there. But I think this is going to turn out super beautiful. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I'm back. This is all dried. So it actually only took up about an hour and a half or so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, because this is resin pieces, so I mean I really like the distressed look of the wood, but we are just going to go over the whole thing. Now this is going to need a couple of coats, just so that, yeah, we can put some mediums on our resin pieces. So this is one of the reasons why we use gesso. Gesso is your primer, so it works on all surfaces, and all it means is that it makes your surface into one surface. So like here we've got wood, we've also got acrylic. So by putting resin, sorry, so by putting the gesso on our pieces, it now acts as if it's like just paper, should we say, or just a canvas, and it allows all of our mediums to react the same. So it is quite an important step to do when creating anything with mixed media. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to do 2 coats of it, and then when this is dry, I will come back and we'll start adding on our colour, because I think that'll be quite nice. But yeah, I'm looking for, like I said, I've been looking forward to doing this for a while, because it's mixed media and I love mixed media, and I haven't done it in ages, just not because I haven't wanted to, it's just it's quite a long process, and with running the shop and designing and packaging everything up, and then, you know, doing I love my how many cards, that I must admit has took precedence at the minute, that I just, yeah, I'm really enjoying doing at the moment. It's one of my favourite videos actually to film, and what's really nice is it's actually one of your favourite videos to watch, so yeah, it always gives me that little extra boost. So I've just been trying to get on top of that, because I was behind with moving into the studio. So yeah, so I haven't done mixed media. I was very tempted to start a second channel actually just devoted to my mixed media, where I do 1 video a week on it, Don't know if that'll happen yet. I think if it happens, it'll be next year. But yeah, I think that would be fun. Just so that, yeah, I'm guaranteed to do some mixed media because I just love it. Absolutely love it. And I think everybody, it's mixed media is something that you can just let yourself go. There's no rights or wrongs. I mean, there is certain rules that unfortunately you do have to follow, like this step with the gesso. And that's only because we want everything to work equally. And you sort of, I found my own style. I tend to work in diagonals for some reason. Although Julia did explain it to me. It's because it draws the eye in. So yeah, but you find your own style, and that's what's nice. And no two things turn out the same. And Julia will tell you that as well, because when she preps for the telly, there's always little different, like, you know, differences in her makes when she does all of her prep. So anyway, that is the first coat done. I was going to end the stop, but I think I just got a little bit carried away. Now I don't want any big bits, although I think that would be quite nice actually, having making sure to get in all those crevices as well. Now there's two different ways you can actually do this. You could actually paint your pieces first, so your resin pieces you could paint first with gesso, yeah, and then stick them on, or you can do the way that I do. I prefer to stick my pieces on first rather than paint them second, and again, it's just personal preference. I want to say, I think Julia paints hers separate, and it still looks beautiful. So there's, you know, it's all dependent on, yeah, what you're wanting. Right, I am going to go off camera because this needs another, it's gone, look at that, it's gone all bright. It is a clouded over day, so my lighting's perfect today, but yeah, because this is white, it is going to glare a bit. Anyway, as soon as this is all dry, I will be back, and we'll start putting some gorgeous colour on, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. Right, this is dry, well, mostly dry. So I've just got a little palette here, which is just a plate I picked up from B&M, and what I'm going to do is we are just going to put some on all these colours on here. I have no idea, guys, no idea at all how I'm going to do this, what we're going to do. Yeah, this is just going to be so much fun. I have picked out a few embellishments. I have no idea. Right, that's a total oh, that blue. So, no idea where I'm going to go with this, because, yeah, it's a very limited colour palette. However, it may be a limited colour palette, but it is a beautiful colour palette. I love the purples that are on this. They're just... yeah, they're just gorgeous. So I'm hoping I've got all the right colours. So let's try this Faber-Castell one. I've never tried Faber-Castell acrylic colours. So, ooh, they look nice and thick. They look lovely. So, although they do need a little bit of mixing, but I think I found that with more expensive ones, they always look a little, oh my goodness, Dawn, what are you doing? Oh, you've made a mess. Look at the state of my hands. Yeah, this is how professional artists do it. Really isn't. It really isn't. Right. Oh, that's a lovely colour though. That is a lovely colour. I'm thinking I should have probably put on what do you call it, apron. Right, and then I've only got these greens. Now it doesn't have white, well technically it does have white on the image because there's white around all the colours, isn't there? So I'm going to put a bit of white on just so I can lighten some of these up, just so that they match in with the colours. So there you go, Julia. Hope that's okay. I'm hoping we can use white. I'm not using black, I am using white. I love this stuff. I really want to get the full set, but I just haven't got the funds for it. It is liquid acrylics by Thinner Bear Art Alchemy, and this one is purple. Oh, I've had this for a good 3-4 years and it's about here, and I use it on everything, especially if I'm using like black gesso. Oh, one of my favorite colors. And I would love to invest and get all of the other liquid ones, but my aim is to use most of my other ones up first before doing that. Right, okay, so I'm going to start off with oh, that is a beautiful color. So I think that's a dark blue, isn't it? So I'm just going to get some on my brush. Let's put in a little bit of this one, just make it darker. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go around, I should have took this out but never mind, around the edges with this gorgeous blue, because that is beautiful. Oh yeah, and there goes my hands. Luckily I'm wearing my, what I would call my crafting hoodie, so it lives in the craft room with me. So yeah, right, so make sure I've got plenty of that. I'm loving that Faber-Castell paint, that is gorgeous. Right, as you can see, I am going onto the canvas itself, well, the heart on the front of it as well, because yeah, I'm going to sort of hopefully blend that in, and this is going to look like a hot mess, guys. I'm not even joking. You're going to look at it. I know our lovely Karen, I'm hoping that's how I say your name, sweetheart. She says to me every time, she says she watches my videos, and she's like, oh my goodness, Dawn, what are you doing? And then wham, it's like, wow. So yeah, trust the process, guys, trust the process. Yeah, I only do it for her, you know. I always make it look a mess just for her, because yeah. I hope she's laughing when she's doing this, while I'm doing this. But yeah, trust the process. So it always looks like a hot mess. Right. Do you know what? I am just going to cut that out because, yeah. There we go. I think I'm going to change the cord on it. I've got some gorgeous purple cord, so I might use that instead. Right. Okay, so now we are going to get very messy with this, which is awesome, because that's what we like. So now I've done the sides, I want to come in with the violet. Okay, and I'm going to bring this in just by the width of my what do you call it, my brush, even on the letters. And we're going to, so I'm sort of going around, but I am going to blend it as well. So we're starting off with the edges darker. I should have really started off in the middle, but there you go. I'm going to bring in a little bit of water. The water helps just blend it in a little and keeps it a bit wet, just so that we can, yeah, keep it going. There we go. Although yes, we are allowed white because we're allowed gesso, so there we go. Right, a little bit more. Like I say, just going over these. Like I say, trust the process. I know what I'm wanting. Let's just hope we can get it. The thing is, and I think I say it all the time, you know, you don't know until you try, and the best thing to do is just try, because at the end of the day you can always just, I'd highly recommend painting over with black gesso because it covers better, but you can just paint over it with gesso and start again, so it is all good. Right, I'm loving that. So I want to wash my brush out a bit because I'm going to bring in a lighter blue. Okay, so this one here, Now I am going to bring in the white because I want this to be even lighter than that. Now we need to make sure I've got plenty. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to add this blue in, like so. I'm just looking on the camera. Yep, looking like a hot mess just for you, Karen. So like this. Oh, I like that colour. And then I'm just going to keep going. Now that isn't dry very well, the gesso, because I've just put the thing in and loads of white popped out, so the rest of it's dry, but just in the gaps. Right, okay, so there's that. Right, let's rinse this out. And then I'm just going to go around and just blend these colours together, like so. So just blending that line so it all looks like it's meant to be. Oh, I'm loving it. Right, okay. So next, just keep washing these out. Right, next up I'm going to go start with the violets and the lilacs. So this is a gorgeous colour, although it's a bit darker than I had planned. There we go. And then we're just going to fill this bit in around here, like so. Now I'm going to be doing some dry brushing, which is why I'm not too worried about how this is looking, because dry brushing is an amazing, magical thing that just, I don't know, completes it, makes the piece look amazing. So yeah, right, okay, like that. And then I've got the last colour, which is this beautiful colour that's going to go in the middle. And then once I've got it all in, I'll get like this, so you can sort of see how that's going. Now every time I look up in the camera I'm noticing I'm missing bits, so the camera is definitely a good thing to have, because yeah, it's showing me where, you know, there's bits missing. So I'm having to use my other hand. My arm hurts. This is the only downside at the minute to mixed media, is my arms haven't got strength in them. I have no idea what to do about it. I've tried all sorts. Right, now that that's done, clean your brush out, because like I say, looking like a hot mess, but clean that brush out. And what we're going to do is just with the brush take off the excess water. We are, oh, my tummy is rumbling. We are just going to blend all these colours nicely, just so that it's not a harsh edge, because the last thing we wanted on these is a harsh edge. We want like a nice sort of blended edge. So I mean, this is looking really, really good. There's a few areas where I've completely missed, but yeah. So as you can see, right the way across these letters. So we're just going in and making sure. So I'm having to lift it up so I can see. And then where the darker bits are, oh, this dark purple, I do want some of this on, which I didn't put on, but there we go. So we're just popping them on like so. Now we haven't used any green yet, and that's because, yep. Oh my goodness, can you hear that on the, if you can hear my tummy rumbling, then I'm seriously hungry. That is so loud. I can't remember my tummy ever being that loud, but I'm trying to think. I've had a banana for today so far, so I have eaten. Although I didn't have any tea yesterday. I wasn't hungry, so which is probably not a good thing. Right. So just, yeah, just go around really until I'm happy with the colour. Now remember, we are going to be dry brushing this, so this, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect just yet. You know, the colours don't have to be perfectly blended, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm just right now making sure all the white areas are covered. I'm liking that. I'm really liking it actually. I think it looks lovely. Now, loving it, loving it. Now I want to add some green on. I've just realised down at the bottom. So let's grab some of that and just, there we go. And just bring it in around. Just keeping those edges nice and dark. There we go. Yeah, like I said, you know, this is just the first layer, so always trust the process. Oh, it's really, I'm gonna have to go and eat something. I think my tummy really is going bananas. Right, okay. I do want to add a bit of the lime green in because I think that would be quite nice, but I'm not sure yet where and how. Let me grab another paintbrush. Yeah, let's try this. So, because it's a nice bright green, so I'm thinking that I'm just going to sort of dab it on like so, just to bring in that green. And I do my usual of, yeah, that diagonal. So just dabbing it on, and I know what you're going to say, Dawn, what are you doing? But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, so all is good. I'll just keep dabbing that on with the brush. And I do want it over some of those letters because I want it to be, this is going to have flowers and stuff on, so it's going to be really, yeah, oh, way too much on. We don't want that much on. As if it's like moss, shall we say. So just a few, like so. And like I say, once we start putting the white on, this is just gonna, it's just gonna transform it. I know it is. Right, I'm really pleased with that actually. Want a bit more blobby bits up here and up here. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Do I want to add some of this meadowy green in as well? So we've got different shades in. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? We have it there, we may as well use it. Now I have to wait for this to dry. Now this needs to dry completely before I do anything else with it, because otherwise I'm going to ruin it. Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, like I say, not looking like much, but the chances are some of this is going to end up getting covered. So I've got these gorgeous purple lilac flowers, which fit perfectly, which I was going to stick on. I do need to get some gems to pop in the centre. So I have 5. So I've got quite a few actually. How many have we got? We've got 7. So I've got 7 of them. So they're going to sort of sit in and around. Also have this green foliage, which I think would look nice. And then the other thing is I've got this lime green cord, which I think is going to look beautiful on this. And then I've got some purple. So hopefully, yeah, and some more greenery. So hopefully, I'm hoping you can see where I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to leave this to dry. Like I said, it's going to be a good few hours because I need this to be dried perfectly. And then once it is, we'll come back. We are then going to pop on, do a white, oh, what do you call it? What's it called? Dry brushing. We'll do a white dry brushing, and then once we've done our dry brushing, we'll then put the finishing touches on, which I'll have to use my glue gun with, which I didn't really want to, but it is something I'm going to have to do because, so I just noticed this bit, this is where I've touched it, yeah, because I don't have any gel medium, so I am actually going to order some. But this it should be fine because I'm not putting any metal or anything like that on. Okay, so the other, oh, no, we can't add gold. Ugh. Oh, the other thing I found was a little butterfly, which I thought would be quite cute. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I will see you when it's all dry. Right, okay, we are back. So we are now going to do some dry brushing. So dry brushing is basically putting very little on your brush. So I am going to use my white gesso for this. And it basically is just going to bring out all that texture that we have, and it's just going to highlight everything and just bring it to life. One of my favorite parts of mixed media is this. Now I know that inside these bits are still wet, but the rest is, that's a bit too much on my brush, but there we go. As you can see, we're getting all of that gorgeous texture. I mean, instantly it just transforms it. So I'm just gonna go really lightly, and I'm using the end of my brush to do this, but very lightly. We're just sort of flicking our, you don't want too much on like I've just done there, but I mean that's okay, it's still looking good. You want very little on your brush, so yeah, I need to just make sure I put it into my brush a bit better. But we're wanting all of that gorgeous texture that is in the background, because the wood itself is very textured, which is lovely. And I mean, look at that, doesn't that just instantly, honestly, dry brushing is one of those things that just always amazes me, at how, you know, how lovely it is, and how much it transforms a piece. So I definitely want around the edges doing. I'm happy with that just as is. I think that even without any flowers or anything like that, I think it is a beautiful, beautiful piece. However, it is me. We need flowers, so we're having flowers. I'm just going to pop a bit of the, I'm not going to put any extra on my brush, so we're just going to work with what's on it, just to bring out that texture around the edge of it as well. Oh, I mean, look at that, transformed instantly. I love that. I wish that I could add a bit of gold or something to it. I really do, because I think gold would look amazing on this. However, we can't, so I'm not going to. Next up, I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. Actually, I'm going to grab the Tonic Studios hot glue gun. We need some glue sticks, so let's grab a couple of glue sticks out. And yeah, I think this has got a longer lead, which is why I'm using it. I have two glue guns. I always like to have a backup, especially since, for me, oh, that one won't go in there. So I'm just trying to plug it in. There we go. I didn't want to go in there. I've got like an extension cable right next to me, so I can just go in there. I want my husband actually to do his magic and have it go up the, sort of sit underneath the desk. So I'm going to talk to him about that in a little while. well, when he gets in from work, I'm going to ask him if there's anything he can do, if he can work his magic, just so that, you know, it runs across the floor, up the leg, and then I can just use, it's just plugged in underneath the desk, which will be easier for me to get out. Right, I'm just adding a little bit more white, like this. Somebody's playing with a whistle. I can hear a whistle. Right, okay. So, oh, I love that. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to bring these in like so, because I want them, I don't want to cover the letters up. Oh, you know what, I'm actually thinking maybe only 3, which isn't like me. Yeah, so I'm thinking 2 down here and then 1 up here. Now I do need to put something in the middle, so Julia, I'm really sorry, but you might have to put me on the naughty step for this one. Where's my gems? So yeah, I think she may, oh, let's see if we've got any colours. So we're allowed that. Oh, there we go, that's got lime green in it. Have we got any more of them ones? Lime green. No, we don't. I don't have any more of them ones. Oh, it's hard now. It's hard seeing what I've got. Oh, we've got a blue. I've only got 1 of them though as well. So I might not go on the naughty step yet. It depends what I decide to put in the centre of these flowers. Because we are allowed to use anything we want. I do have these ones and I think I've got enough of that colour. Yeah, so no naughty step. Sorry, Julia. Although I've got these dark hearts. Oh, the dark blue heart. So yeah, and I've got 3 of the dark blue hearts. Right, we're going to use the hearts. So I like them. I like them better. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, I think so. Right, so we do have all of this greenery as well, which is like a yellowy green, which is fine. We're allowed to use this one, thank goodness. Shouldn't really use these scissors, but there you go. Because I do want this green to sort of come through. Now let's pop some glue in the glue gun. That might actually help, and then I can, oh, turning it on would help as well. I keep forgetting that that one has. So what I'm thinking is having the greenery sort of coming in and around and out. Maybe 1 more bit on this one. Now I like to make sure that I've got like a hoop or something just on the edge, because I do feel like that helps it all sort of stay together. Okay, and then let's split these ones up. So I'm thinking, yeah, I just find it's a bigger place for it. Okay, then in there, and then maybe this one around under there. Yeah, right, I'm liking that. So I think, are we warm yet? Don't do this, guys, because this is super hot. Oh, that's well and truly stuck on there. I was going to pull that down. There we go. Right, so yes, that's what I'm thinking. And then the blue hearts will pop in the centre of each of the flowers. So yeah, right, move them, because I need to glue these ones down first. Oh, it didn't have any glue on, so that's why I'm sort of just putting dollops on. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to use my glue gun to then glue these in place. like so. Okay, yeah, liking that. And I think it's definitely going to be the lime green cord that we use on this one. So I'm just going to basically do a bow like this. So just grabbing it around, and then what I do is I just twist it around that centre a couple of times and then cut it like that, and then bend it in half. I'll show you again on the next one, and then just hold it. Let's pop some glue on, and this is a good cord to use because it's quite a stiff cord, and then we're just going to stick that under there like so. So I'll show you again how to do it. So you're just going to grab your cord and you're going to do a loop at the top and a loop at the bottom, a loop at the top and a loop at the bottom. You're then going to just wrap your cord a couple of times around the center, and then you're going to cut it so that it reaches the end of that loop. Fold in half where that where you've wrapped it, just there, and then we're just going to pop a little bit of glue on. Please be careful with the glue because it is super hot. And then you're going to just place it where you want it on your piece, and then fan it out, and then that is basically it. Oh, that's come off there, that's no good. So I'll pop you back on there somehow. There we go. Right, there we go. So just like that. Oh, I love that. I think that bright green has really just helped it. So a little bit of glue on, and we're just going to pop these hearts in the center. So there's one. It's a lot darker than I was planning it to be. Well, there you go. Oh, love that. Love that. So we're going to do the same up at the top. Okay. So I'm just going to put a dollop of glue there and pop them in. Same with that one. And then using this, we're just going to stick that on. Now, don't worry about glue strings. A heat tool will get the glue strings off perfectly. I'm going to bring in some more of this green. So just doing the same as what we did at the bottom. Okay, like so. And I learnt this from Marta from Marami Small Arts, how to do the cord. Yeah, I absolutely love it. While that glue's still wet, we can just tuck that underneath there like that. Oh, how beautiful is that? Oh, it needs some gold. Right, do you know what? So let's have a look at souffles, because do we have a souffle that matches? Now the thing is where are my souffles? There we are. So, oh, we should be allowed the purple constellation. That's got all the colours in, hasn't it, Julia? Yes, it has done. See, she answered me and she said yes. Right. So I'm just going to grab a paintbrush, and this is just going to finish it off. I need something to wipe my brush on. Oh, there. I'm looking for my rag. It's just down here. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to sort of grab this and just brush it on like so. And then what I'll probably do is come back to you when this is all dry and show it off to you. So yeah, like this. So just making sure to have lots of this gorgeousness on like this. I love it. I wonder if Julia will use this one as well, because it does have all the colours in it. It's got the green and the dark purple. So yeah, we can definitely use it. Right. I've just realised we're missing one of the hearts off there. Now I need to make sure that we use all of this because they're drying out and it's too beautiful for it to be wasted as well. Okay, right, do I want any more glitter anywhere else? Yeah, up here under there. I think I've got a bit mad with the glitter, but it really transforms your work. Right, there we go. A little bit more just in there because it just looks wrong. And I'm going to have a look up in the camera and see what the camera's telling me. And then, yeah, we'll sort of go from there. Perfect. Camera is telling me perfect. So, let's grab the last heart and let's pop it in here. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue on, if it lets me. There we go. Right, I'm going to turn that off because we don't need it anymore. And I'm going to pop the heart on just there, like so. I did pick up this butterfly, which I thought could be nice to use, but actually I don't think it will go. I think it'll just, yeah, spoil it. And we don't want to do that, do we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up. I'm going to use this purple cord and create some sort of a plait, I think, for that middle bit. Maybe add some of the green in. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'll come back when it's all dry and we'll have a look at the finished product. Right, okay, I'm back. Now I found this, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's a watercolor ink, and I got it from Lidl when I was with my mum. There was still some in there when I went, so I'm not, hopefully you'll be able to get them, but they had like 3 different sets. I bought this one, my mum bought the other 2 for me for Christmas, but the colour just matches perfectly, and because it is translucent as well, I thought how nice would it be if we just went over the letters with this paint, just for a little extra something, because I don't know, I'm finding these 2 colours just look beautiful together. So yeah, so this is the last step. It was as I was putting away all the other paints, I found it and I thought, you know what, we need this in our lives. So let's do all of this. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? I think just that hint of the green, it just ties it all together. Yep. So do check out our lovely Julia and see what she has done for this challenge. I am, you know, wondering which route she went down. I think hers is definitely going to be more pastel. I was hoping mine would be pastel, but actually I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I think if I'd gone this dark, what I would have done was actually used a black gesso. But oh, gorgeous, I'm loving it. I've done the cord as well, so the cord is just the purple and the green. But yeah, oh, it just, look at that. I think it just brings it in, like brings it all together quite nicely. He even got a water brush with it as well, which I thought was quite nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. How pretty is that? So that's it really from me today, guys. Do go over and check out our lovely Julia's YouTube channel and see what she has created for this week's Dawn and Julia Creates. You know it's going to be something fabulous. We use the same craft, so if you're new here, we use the same materials, or we have like a brief. So our brief was a colour palette this time, but we could do anything that we wanted. I'm just going to lift some of this green off just by using my rag. I'm just looking up in the camera and it looks very bright, like gorgeous bright, but yeah, I don't think we needed all of that. There we go. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I nearly put these leaves on as well. which actually, I mean, look at that. It looks awful. Right. Anyway, the card, yeah. So the card is just the red, not the red, the purple and the green plaited and then put through, so it can now be hung up. But yeah, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And if you look at the see, the glitter matched perfectly. So as Julia can't say anything, she can't say that I didn't follow the brief on this one. Yeah, for those of you who are new, Julia and I have a challenge every 2 weeks. Well, it's the second Saturday and the fourth Saturday of every month. We have our little challenge and we take it in turns to do the challenges. So this was Julia's turn, and we had this week, we actually had a colour palette to follow. But we could use anything. Some weeks we use exactly the same stuff. So yeah, it's a really fun challenge, and we'd love it if you could join in with us. So if you do want to join in, then you can come over onto my Facebook group or onto Julia's Facebook group, and yeah, share your pictures there of what you make. But that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, until next time, happy crafting. Bye.